Hello everyone, welcome to Mo's Kitchen. In this video I will share with you how I made this rice and stew. There is something I added to this rice that made a difference. It's not just white rice and stew. So let's begin. First I'm going to introduce my ingredients. So here come my fresh tomatoes. I washed it properly with salt, and then I also washed my shambo. This is shambo. I bought it from the local market. Then the next thing, my meat, I washed it properly. So this is my beef, the little beef I have. You can use your chicken, and then pepper, fresh pepper precisely, crayfish, you see, then green pepper as well. Seasoning cube, salt, groundnut oil, bay leaf, mixed spice, curry, and then my onions. I'm going to slice these onions. I like slicing my onions very tiny because I don't really like seeing onions in my food. I'm not the onion type. So I enjoy my meal when I don't see any atom of onions in my meal. So I like to cut it very small. So then after cutting my onion, the next thing I did, I blend my tomatoes and begin to cook it. Cook the tomatoes in a frying pan. Then add my onions. I prefer to cook it this way to save oil, not just to save oil. I don't like oil. So after cooking it and allowing it to dry before I add my oil, then on this part I added my salt and my maggi, then my curry, all other ingredients that is required to make this meal. So I added my curry, then I stirred properly and begin to cook it until the water there dries up. Just like this. Then add the groundnut oil. As you can see, the water has dried up. Then after adding the groundnut oil, I begin to fry the tomatoes. So while frying, continuously stir your tomatoes so that it will not get burnt. Don't forget that. At this point, please like, comment, share, and subscribe, please. So this is how you know that the tomato is done. It becomes clingy. Then the next step, wash and cut the beef into desired size. You can use chicken or fish if you want to. It depends on what you want to use. Any protein you want that you can afford also. Just enjoy it with it. The quantity too doesn't matter. Then I sliced my onions. So this onions is actually for steaming the meat. Here, I put the meat and the onions inside a clean pot. Add my salt and then my Maggi. That's my seasoning cube. I cover the pot and allow it to steam for 5 minutes. So now you can see it's steaming. I just started stirring it so that those ingredients will penetrate the meat and give it a good taste. I kept on stirring to make sure I get what I want. Then the next thing I did, I added water. Maybe about 500 ml of water so that it will cook it very well and get it all done. You wouldn't want to chew a meat that will break your teeth. So just allow it to cook very well. So now I brought my rice. This is a foreign rice. I first of all washed it with water before parboiling it with water. So just the parboiling process is just cook it for a while, maybe like 20 minutes or so. Then wash it again and make sure all the starch is reduced. You remove the starch, the waters. Then this is my parboiled rice. I put in a clean pot. You then add chombo into it. Then I added all the ingredients like my pepper, fresh pepper precisely. I don't really like using Cameroon pepper or black pepper because it gives me heartburn. Then I added my Maggi and salt. So the choice is all yours. Whatever ingredients you want to use is fine. Then I add my crayfish. I like my crayfish this way. I don't really like blending crayfish to the tiniest level. So I like, if it is possible, I can see a crayfish in my meat food. I will enjoy it. It's part of meat. So cooking is flexible. Do it the way you want to. All you want is let it come out nice. Let the taste be sumptuous and yummy. That's what counts in cooking. There is no formula, there is no process. So at this point, I stirred it and mixed every ingredient properly into the. By this time, I already added my water, the water from my cooked meat. So that's what I'm going to use to cook it. The next step is I pour the cooked meat into the pot of stew. Mm, just look at it. Look at it. The color is so nice. It looks so nice. Then I sprinkled just a little carrot on it just to garnish it and my green pepper. I sprinkled it, then turned it just for garnishing to give it a nice look. So please, if you like what you're seeing, subscribe to this channel and follow me on my Facebook page. Just type Moss Kitchen. I got your back. Thank you as you do so. So now it's time for dishing out our meal. So you see, this rice is not just white rice. It's a rice that has its own taste. Every ingredient is in this rice. You can eat it as a jollof rice. You can still eat it with your stew. So I really enjoy this dish. Wow, so delicious. Hope you learned something today. Thanks for watching. See you in my next video. Bye.